I'm starting today on a piece of raw canvas actually, and just putting some acrylic paint on. This is actually acrylic gouache, whole bean acrylic. And then I'm gonna dump a bunch of water on, or a bunch for this size. Ooh, just slid right off. And then once I put this down, I'll come in and use the aquarelle, the watercolor crayons. I think they're actually called watercolor pastels, but they feel more like crayons to me than pastels, so I call them crayons. This canvas doesn't have any treatment on it. I'm just painting right on the canvas, so it kind of lays on top a little bit. But I did this one other time and I had so much fun making it, and I loved the result. Sometimes when I go back to something I've done and loved the result, I don't enjoy it as much, because there is something to be said about the process of figuring out a new technique and just running with that. And for me, that's a load of fun. So we'll see if today feels as good as that did. But I really have no rhyme or reason here. I'm just going with what feels good. I chose these paint colors before I started. I'm really drawn into that first color. It's called Pale Lime. I've been painting with it a lot these last few days. So I'll try and swap some of that up. Move it over. This paint's pretty cool actually, because it does have some behaviors of watercolor, but it dries as an acrylic. And you can also use acrylic mediums with it. Something I do a lot, but it is available. These crayons feel on the wet canvas is just so cool. Just the way they behave as well. They just kind of disintegrate into the space. It just, I don't know, it feels really cool. But I understand that not everyone is going to have these, and You don't need these to scribble. You can just scribble with anything. But I do find when you're scribbling every day, it's nice to have things that keep it interesting, I guess. I guess if you're doing anything every day, it's nice to be able to switch things up a bit. Keep the brain interested. Look at how cool that color looks on the raw canvas. I love it. It jumps off a lot more than it does on white paper. If you do have these watercolor crayons at home, but you don't have raw canvas, I think you could just use like an old t-shirt or something. That might give you the same feel. Just make sure it's all taped down so that the t-shirt doesn't move around too much. If I don't have enough water in a spot, I'm just dipping the crayon into a little bit of water. You can really feel the difference. Like when it gets too dry, it doesn't have the same enjoyable, smooth feeling when you're painting with it. So it's not hard to know when you need to put some water on, or I guess when you want to put some water on, because you could absolutely try. Try drawing on the canvas with the dry crayon as well. Put a little too much water in there. Let's see what happens there. I also have this cool powdered pigment that I'm just gonna put a little on here and see what happens. Just sitting with the piece for a moment. Sitting with my thoughts, sitting with my body. Listening to any outside information that wants to come through me. And I'm picking up something light in here. So I'm gonna give that a try. Yeah, it's just so much fun. It was just equally as fun today as it was the last time I did it. And I'm gonna just stop there because I'm feeling complete. And yeah, if you have these supplies at home, definitely give that a try. It's good fun.